What up? DJ Spades again.
Right.
I just want to say a couple of things. This is the building, the birthplace of Cool Herc. And what I'm finding out is that he was the late 70s.
Right.
So we're talking like 76, 77, 78.
Right.
Right? So I'm not, no disrespect to him, but I'm trying to figure out how can that be the birth of hip hop.
Right.
The birth of hip hop starts in 71,
Okay.
72.
Right.
You know, Disco King Mario was doing the snake and we was doing the back and forth beats
Right.
in 1971 and 72.
Right.
So, you know, we were just trying to get a little vibe of how things was really reacted.
Right.
And I know there was a lot of stuff that was done in Cedar Park,
Right.
which is down there, and in the
Right.
School 82.
Right.
But that was later on in the years. That was like 76, 7, 78, and in the early 80s. So basically, what I'm trying to really figure out is how can he be the father of hip hop if it started in 71 and he didn't come out until the late 70s.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, you know, like I said, there's no disrespect to you,
Right.
because you know I know you. You know you see me, you know who I am,
Right.
and everything. You know you call me Booby and all of that.
Okay.
So the only way you can call me Booby is if you know me.
Right.
So I'm not trying to disrespect you. I just want to let the people know that hip hop started in 71.
Okay.
We were Spades. The first division of Spades is in Bronx there.
Right.
All right. And so, you know, that's where basically the Spades, like, we did that. Now, there's also mention of Bambaataa,
Right.
but Bronx River is another division. It's not the first division.
Right.
Okay. Another thing we were trying to get together was the B-boys and the breakdancing.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it real. When we was doing B-boys and we was breakdancing, we was doing it to the beat.
Right.
Alright, so when the wacky stuff started coming in 75, 76, that wasn't breakdancing, that was just gymnastics, doing some old crazy whatever you could do.
Right.
I also heard that somebody said that there was no such thing as the B-boy stand. That right there is not even official. The official B-boy stand was the Bronx Dale stand, and that's the way we was. We was like this. You feel me? And so that's the B-boy stand. Another thing that they're trying to say is that what B-boy stands for. B-boy stands for Bronx Dale, boy. Alright, so if you say that, you're saying Bronxdale boy. You're not saying no breakdancing, nothing. You're saying Bronxdale boy. And that's what we were saying. That's what it was. When Herc came out, he was playing Jamaican music And that's what caught the attention of us, because we had never heard no Jamaican records before. We from uptown. We ain't know about no Jamaicans or nothing. When I first heard a Jamaican talk, I was like bugging out, like what the blood clot is that all about? And all that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know what that was.
Right.
So B-boys, we was doing that. Another thing that I just want to say is that when we was doing it, we was rocking British Walkers.
Right.
The next level, the next generation was rocking British Knights. Okay? When we was rocking AJs, they didn't have that. When we was rocking Gabardines, they didn't have that. So by the time they got the AJs and stuff, we was already in overlaps, in two-tone overlaps. We was getting mock necks from AJ Lester, and then the next generation was getting mock necks from Jew-Man. So you gotta understand where it really came from. It really came from us doing that shit. Now Mario, right? This is what it is. Mario didn't have no big set. He didn't have no real big set at the time. But he was coming outside. And so once he was coming outside, that's where the whole hip hop, this whole generation hip hop started. Alright? We also was said that when Herc came out, he had these columns, he had these PV columns. Alright, by that time, we had D set and D had the professional equipment with Mario. So we was playing, if we rocked in Rosedale Park, you was gonna hear us in Soundview. You might even hear us across you would definitely hear us in Monroe. You would hear us on Westchester Avenue, because that's what we were doing if we played in Rosedale Park. So that's the part of hip hop that I think just needs to be said. And listen, I don't mind for her to say that he was the father of coming outside and playing Jamaican records. I don't mind that at all. You know? That's what it is. But to say that he started hip hop, even Herc himself said that he used to come across town, over the cross Bronx where we was at, and he learned from that. He wasn't a DJ, he learned from that. So that tells you right there, he had to learn from something, and that something was Bronx there. You feel me? So you know, that it gets me kind of a little bit upset that the history was definitely stolen. Alright, and when I say stolen, because people, I just seen the other day, somebody just supposed to be big in this hip hop thing said, oh yo, Herc started hip hop. How can you say that and Herc will tell you himself that he came out 74, 75. Okay, by 74, 75, we almost on our second generation, because we're doing it in 71, 72. All right, the Black Spades was way before that. You feel me? Fat Mike and them was way before that. You know, and so that's what they were protecting us. All right, and we were the ones that was breakdancing. We was the ones that was on the floor doing it. We was the one that were trying to emulate Mario Snake. All right, he did the snake and everything, doing it to what? To the music that we was playing. I'm a drummer. Everybody in the Dale knew me for playing the drums. I started playing on Broadway when I was getting tied to a puck. Okay, so all the break beats and stuff, I used to do all of that. Scorpio and all of that stuff, I used to play on the drums. So to keep that beat going, that's where the breaking started. That's where the continuous beat, the loops and everything started. It started from back then, 71. Now, I'm not gonna say that me personally was the one who started hip hop. I can't say that, because it was the people that was with me.
Right.
All right, it was the people that we were all together as a group. And back in the days, and I just told you that the other day, they took the benches out of Bronxdale because the Bronxdale was family.
Right.
And we would come down and sit on the benches, and it would be family oriented. So now, if you really think about it, that whole family concept is what grew hip hop. You know, we could come outside and do our stuff. You see what I'm saying? We could family, right. Family was gonna look out for family. You wasn't gonna just go disrespect Miss Margie or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a kid. So that the family basis is what it started. Then it got carried away, and look what happened. Now we got, this is what you call hip hop. You listen to this trap music and all of that stuff. That ain't hip hop. Hip hop is about the dressing. It's about the graffiti. It's about the break dancing. It's about the cuts. It's about the MCing. That's hip hop. You know, it ain't about just one MC. No playing. No DJ. No nothing. That ain't hip hop. How you gonna go to be hip hop? You got on skinny jeans. Come on, man. Back when hip hop started, we was about these. You see what I'm saying? We was about these, and we was doing what we had to do, and we kept it real. So now you look at it, you got these skinny jean guys, and all they can do is talk about shooting you and all of that. That ain't hip hop, brother. That ain't hip hop. Hip hop is real, keeping it fresh at all times, having the gear and keeping it family oriented. So you want to, pan out and see where this is.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Right. Pan around, right? This is not what I expected as the birthplace of hip hop. I mean, you got a little crew out here, 2-3-man crew, and they got the music out here. So, but I mean, still in all, this is not what I thought, like, 1520 Sedgwick was. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got, this is the Major Deegan here. You got the Major Deegan Highway, all these big highways. It's like, my question would be like, where's the room for a culture? Where's the space for a culture? That's my thing. Like, but if they want to say, like, and I encourage all real hip hop heads to come here and look at this. You know what I'm saying? I encourage all real hip hop heads to come here, because this is not what I expected as the home of hip hop. But shout out Herc, if he made, see, that's what I say, like, if he made the music in here, in the recreation room, if he made the music, I could rock with that. He made hip hop music in here, maybe looping the breaks for the B-boy, if he created that, because you don't need space to create a music style, But to say a culture started here,
the people,
right?
You do need
for the
dress.
culture, That's why I gotta, like, how can you say hip hop culture started here? There's nothing over here, like, there's no space for nothing.
Now this is the back.
This is the back, 1520 Sedgwick.
This is the back.
This is the back. Yo, where's the room? Where all the room for the teenagers, like, you know what I'm saying, running wild, like.
This is the back.
Right. Yo, I encourage all real hip hop heads to come here and check this out and look at it objectively. You know what I'm saying? Look at it objectively and. So what you think, Paige?
Yo, just the part of hearing that they had ACs back when the building started lets you know that this was a rich building. Okay, hip hop culture, hip hop anything didn't come from a rich. We were scrambling to do things. We were scrambling. This is exactly what happens. Kids come from private school.
It's a parking lot. Go ahead.
The kids come from private school and want to do the stuff that the kids in the hoods do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So basically, that's letting you know right there. It didn't start here. You could not have started here because hip hop did not start from rich anything.
got security in here. Oh shit. He got security in here.
Thank you.
Beautiful building. Has this always had security here? Has this always been here since the building started? As far as I know. Okay, we're doing a documentary about hip hop. Huh? Oh,
Yeah,
it's just
it's
simply
nice.
beautiful.
Thank you. Go ahead, Mom. Thank you.
No problem.
But you know what some people might say? They might say, "Oh, y'all hating on the block."
We're not hating on the block.
We
Trust
hating.
me.
We
Yo,
hating.
yo, listen. I'm totally not hating at all.
Right.
I support that y'all had the rich side of town. This was like the rich side of town.
Right.
This is beautiful. I had the beautiful buildings, so I'm not hating. What I am simply saying is that hip hop came from the slums.
Right.
It came from the dirt. It came from the beginning. It came,
Right.
it came from hard times, and
Right.
that's where hip hop came from.
Broken glass everywhere. People pissing on the stage, you know they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise. Got no money to move out, I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the alley with the baseball bat.